Welcome to Mo Boxing No Problem. I'm Jose Ramirez Jr., and today I'm joined by a special guest. We got a pro boxer from the 209, Giovanni King Gio Gonzalez. How's it going, Gio?
What's up, brother? How's it going? Thank you for having me.
Likewise, man. Thank you so much for making the time. First question we got for you. I'm sure you get asked this all the time, but what got you into boxing?
I have a cousin. His name is Pete Otto, Jesse. That's his middle name. Long story short, he was in the Olympic team. He actually fought Demetrius Andrade twice in the amateurs. I would always see him training as a kid, and that's pretty much how I got into boxing. And then my dad would always have boxing fights at the house, and I always wanted to do it, but my parents wouldn't let me, so I would do it behind their back, and here we are, 20 plus years later.
Nice. And then how did you get the nickname King Gio?
Honestly, bro, it started like a couple years ago. Somebody said like something about royalty or some shit like that, and then somebody said, "You know what, man, you should be King Gio," and I was like, "All right, fuck it." Yeah, that's where we're at, man. The name stuck.
Nice. Well, I mean, you've been making power moves, so it's appropriate. Definitely appropriate.
Yeah, thank you.
And then, Gio, can you tell us about your amateur career? What were some of your biggest accomplishments from back in the day?
Yeah, I did amateurs for my record. I had 48 fights, I think, 49, give or take. I went to nationals. I went to Golden Gloves. Golden Gloves, I lost in semis, and then nationals, I lost in the finals because I didn't make weight. So, yeah, amateurs is cool. I did it since I was a kid, and then I did it in my 20s before I went pro, and it's a good experience. You did, but the amateur style, it wasn't my thing. I didn't like it, to be honest with you. I had more of a professional style for a very long time, and I've done it kind of transpired to the professional side of it. So yeah.
100%. And then speaking of your career as a pro, you made your debut back in Mexico in October 2016 against Jorge Juarez. Could you tell us about kind of your emotions heading into that fight? Were there any nerves when you made your pro debut?
Yeah, I wasn't nervous. I was just like, let's get this over with. It was a dope experience, and it was an accomplishment. The minute that I won the fight, it was a dope accomplishment. But I've learned a lot throughout the years. The business side and the boxing side of it, professional side of it. So it's been quite an experience. I learned a lot, and I'm still learning every day.
Absolutely. And one thing I found interesting while I was looking at your box rec is that the majority of your pro fights have actually been in Mexico. Is that just because there's been more opportunities in Mexico, or do you prefer fighting in Mexico? What's the deal behind that?
Yeah, I fought out there a lot just because out here, no, you can fight out here every weekend if you want to, but you're gonna be put in circumstances where they don't give you a training camp, and I didn't feel it was. I had to fight out here. Just I had no promoter at the time,
Right.
Um, out there, I fought some killers out there. I fought harder fighters out there than out here. A lot of undefeated fighters, uh, fighters that are good. Um, you know, so it is what it is. At the end of the day, um, I'll fight anybody. So I'm just ready. I'm just getting ready.
Yeah, and then speaking of fighting anybody, you also just fight any style, because your last fight was not traditional boxing; it was bare knuckle boxing. A fight you end up winning. How does bare knuckle boxing compare to traditional boxing?
Different, bro. It's a whole different game. Whole different game. You can't sit down on all your punches because you'll break your hand.
Mm,
You got to know what you're doing. It's a lot different. Every punch you land is more than just points because it breaks your skin. Um, it's just everything is different. And then the ring that I fought in, it looks small on TV, but it's a lot smaller in person.
oh wow.
Yeah, it's very very small, very very small, like small. Um, so it was a dope experience. I fought for BYB. They're dope. They treat you like a superstar out there. They pay very well. Um, but for right now, I'm gonna stick to boxing. But maybe down the line I'll do it again. But right now my focus is on July 28th.
Yep, and that's when we'll see you back in the ring with traditional boxing. Is on July 28th on the Toscano Promotions card in Stockton. What can fans expect to see from you that night?
Um, I've been training very hard. I'm gonna go in and just take care of business. I was hired by the promotion company to go in there and hurt somebody else for your guys's uh, you know, so you guys can have fun and watch, and that's what I'm going to do. I've been training very hard. The thing about me is, if you watch my fights, I fight a different style every single fight, so you can't say I have one style. You know what I mean? I change it all the time accordingly to the fighter or according to how I feel. This fight is going to be more of an aggressive, come forward, uh, pressure style, um, and I'm looking to make a statement.
100%. And then what can you tell us about your upcoming opponent, Michael Bracamontes?
He's I mean, I give him props for fighting me. I give him that. Um, but you know, uh, he just throws a lot of punches. I guess that's about it. At the end of the day, he's a lot younger than me. Um, but it don't matter. We're gonna go in there and take care of business.
All right. And then Gio, the last few years, your fighting weight has fluctuated. It's been as low as 126 and as high as 143 pounds. Do you plan on selling down a specific weight moving forward, or do you want to continue kind of moving up and down based on opportunities?
Um, if I drop, I'll probably drop to 130. But I probably won't go higher than 135.
Hmm, gotcha. So between those two weight classes.
Yeah, it just depends on the opportunities. There's a lot of opportunities right now at 135. 130 is a little quiet, so there's a lot of opportunities also, I guess. So it's just whatever's in front of us. And if it makes sense, we'll go that way.
Yep, makes sense. And then when you find the USGO, the city you made the most appearances has been Stockton, California. Your hometown. What does it mean to you to be able to represent Stockton inside the boxing ring?
It's fun. It's dope. It just it's it's. I have a lot of people out here, a lot of friends, a lot of fans, a lot of businesses that always ask me when am I gonna fight in town. So when I fight in town, it's I sell a lot of tickets and a lot of people show up. So it's dope, and I thank Toscano Boxing Promotions for having me on their show as a co-main event. And I'm just excited, ready to go to work.
Absolutely. And then speaking of Stockton, the city has been waiting for that super fight that's been rumored between you and Gabriel Flores Jr. And then, there's that verbal deal in place last summer. And then, the Top Rank was doing another Stockton event here in May of this year. And, fans want to see that fight happen again. It seemed like a no brainer to match you guys up. But, why haven't we got that fight between you and Gabriel Flores? And do you think we will eventually see it in the future?
Um, the closest that fight was to be made was, I guess, this past time because Top Rank actually, I won't say no names, but Top Rank directly called me to make the fight. I accepted everything, but they don't want to fight. They don't want to fight, and that's okay. I get it. I definitely understand. They don't want to fight, and at the end of the day, you know, I don't need them. So I'm doing my own thing. That's a huge fight. It's more of a fight for the fans out here. They'll easily sell out the arena.
Yep.
It's more of a. I'll have random people show up to my gym or whatever. I'll be going to the store and people just recognize me like, hey, we're gonna fight Flores, and I'm like, they don't want to fight, bro. I can't. The only people that don't want that fight to happen is their team. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only people. Like anybody that's in their circle is the only motherfuckers that don't want that fight. Everybody else want to see it happen. Is it gonna happen? It would be dope. It would be fun. I mean, you know, that's I would have. Like, they don't want it. I can't make them fight me. I've sparred him a lot. We have What a lot of people don't understand or don't know is that me and him sparred a lot. He had his good days, and I had my good days, and I had my bad days, and he had his bad days. But sparring is not the same as fighting in front of 10, 15,000 people with 8-ounce gloves on TV. It ain't the same shit.
Right.
You know, I don't care who you are. It's not the same thing. Can you perform like that in front of people? Can you, you know what I mean? It's a whole different environment. You know, and we call those. There's a lot of fighters throughout my career in boxing that we see fighters that do really good in a gym, and you put them in front of a crowd, and they're not the same fighter. We call those gym fighters. Now, I'm not saying he's a gym fighter, and I'm not saying I'm a gym fighter. I'm just saying sparring is not the same as an
Yeah.
actual real fight. It's
Mm-hmm.
not the same shit. So I'm not gonna sit here and talk about blah 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 stories, because that don't mean shit. What matters is if the fight happens, all right, let's get to work. But like I said, they don't want it as of now. The you know and they're the only people that don't want it is people in their circle. Everybody else wants it, and that's okay. That's fine. It is what it is.
Yeah, keep it moving. Like you said, you can't make them fight. And then Gio, when it comes to your preparing for your fights, do you watch tape on your opponent and study their style, or do you mostly kind of focus just on you and making improvements to your style?
I literally press play and turn it off in 10 seconds. Swear to God, I'm not lying.
Yeah,
That shows me right there what they got.
there you go,
I'm being
efficient.
serious. I don't sit here and I don't sit there and fucking, watch video and video. No, I just literally watch 10 seconds, and right there, that shows me how you fight. That shows me what type of fighter you are. Now, I'm not saying, every fighter's like that, but I mean, that's what I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And then because he can change his style during the fight. I fought multiple times where we had trained the whole training camp for one style, and then they come in different. So guess what? Now we gotta adjust. So everything we did, I'm not saying it went down the drain, but now we can't fight like that. We gotta change it. So you know, it's just every fight is different, and then we adjust accordingly.
Yep, yep. And then the next question I got for you, Gio: who's been the hardest puncher you've been in the ring with, either in sparring or in a pro fight?
In a fight, the hardest puncher was who was it? Sparring puncher. I would say I don't know. I can't think of anybody.
All right, speaks to your chin, Gio.
Yeah, I
And then
can't.
next question: what's your favorite boxer growing up?
Sergio Martinez.
He,
Maravilla.
that's a
Yeah,
good one. That's a good one. I seen him fight against Julio Chavez Jr. over in Vegas. It was an intense fight.
yeah. I went to that fight. I went to that fight in 2012.
Yeah,
I quit
yeah,
my
yeah.
job. I was fucking broke. Flew to Vegas. Stayed at Circus with my buddies. We fucking sat in the fucking little cheap ass seats.
It's
That
all
was a
good.
that was a dope ass fucking fight.
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah.
And now me and Sergio are friends now, so it's pretty crazy. It's pretty dope.
Oh, sounds good. We'll get him on the podcast hopefully soon too.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome that works. And then present day, Gio, who do you consider to be the number one pound for pound fighter today?
Um, I would say Tank Davis.
Good choice. Good choice.
Tank
Yeah,
Davis. Hold on, guys.
Go ahead
Real
and
quick.
open it, bro. It's good.
Yeah, Tank Davis. He's just because he's able to go up all the way to 140 and knock out the dude at 140, and then go down to 135, 130 and knock them out too. Um, yeah, he's solid. He's solid.
yeah, agreed. And then for the next section, Gio, we have 4 fights. Some of these are either confirmed, others are rumored. And I want you to give me your prediction for who's going to win. If it's too close to call, or you rather not answer, you can just always say 50-50 or pass.
Okay.
First one we want to ask your opinion on: who's going to win out of the this undisputed welterweight fight we got coming up between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford.
Terrence Crawford.
Terence Crawford. All right, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
Next one, Gio, is Emmanuel Navarrete, El Vaquero, versus Oscar Valdez.
It, it's even, but I don't know, bro. It's too much of it. I think it's an even fight, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
It's
it
just gonna
is.
come down. It's just gonna come down. It's not even a boxing match. It's gonna come down to who's in better condition and who keeps going forward. Because they both have that typical Mexican style.
Yeah, I can see that. It's going to be a battle
Yeah,
of wills.
yeah.
Next one is Teofimo Lopez versus Devin Haney.
Lopez.
Teofimo. All right, all
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
And then the last one I'm going to ask you about would be Rolly Romero versus Ryan Garcia.
Garcia.
Yeah, that'll be an entertaining build-up just because Rolly's always entertaining.
He's entertaining the minute he talks. He sounds funny as fuck.
100%, 100%. Coming back to you, Gio, what do you like to do outside of boxing? What are some of your interests and hobbies?
I'm a huge basketball guy. I love basketball. I'm a Sacramento Kings fan. Been since I was a baby. I love basketball. I mean, obviously I can't play professional basketball. I'm hella short. I'm 5'6", but I still got a shot. Hang out with my kids. People don't understand. They'll see me like fight on TV or whatever, and they think I'm this fucking guy out all the time, fucking out and about, and I'm really fucking boring, bro. Like I'm chill. I just go to the gym, train, go home, chill, and just do it all over again. I don't like to go out. I had my fun when I was young. I'd rather be home on a Friday night, Saturday night than be out and about. And that's that.
Nothing wrong with that, and it's a good time to be a Kings fan. They're really good right now.
Yeah, man. I've been, all these Kings fans are popping out of nowhere, but you know what I
Right.
mean. They're solid, right? They're solid, bro. We should be able to get a good run this upcoming year again.
Yeah, agreed. All right, we got a live comment here from K Rod. Just hitting us up with the yo.
Yo,
What
what's
up?
up?
What up, K Rod? Next question I got for you, Gio. Can you tell us about your promotion company, King Geo Boxing Promotions?
Absolutely. I founded that in 2021, 20, give or take. I don't remember, to be honest with you. No, 21. And I threw a couple of shows in Mexico, live on bestinboxing.com. It was good shows. Right now, I have Justin Marcus from Texas. I truly believe he's going to be a world champion. And he's a very good kid, young kid, and hardworking fighter. And I'm looking for talent every day, but it's just got to be patient. Got to be patient, and I'm learning from other promoters because I do not know at all. I have a lot of friends, and I'm just going one day at a time. I can't hear you, bro.
Oh, can you
Hey,
hear me
Rod.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we had K Rod saying, "What's up, Mo and Gio?"
Yo, what's up?
And then K Rod was like, "Gio, if you know Kevin Hooter that plays on the Kings, I went to high school with him and played basketball against him when we were younger. He's a monster. He's developed so much ever since."
Yeah, I do this. That's the velvet, the white velvet or some shit like that. That
Yeah, there's.
motherfucker's good, bro. That fool has a shot.
Yeah, the Kings fans should be happy having him on. He's very talented. Hope they win a title.
Yeah, yeah, man. I think it's a lot more. It's more believable than nowadays. I seriously, I this year it's gonna be a big year for the Kings, bro, because they kept their core together. They added some big pieces. They're still missing one big center that can help out Sabonis, but I'm sure we'll get him. But
Yeah,
it should be a fun year.
I agree. And then, Gio, what would be the best piece of advice you would give someone that's thinking about turning pro and making a career out of boxing?
It's gonna be a lot of lonely days. A lot of lonely days where sometimes you start asking yourself, is this what you really want to do? You know, um, all those parties, all those everything, you got to put that away. All those junk food days, you got to put that away. Sometimes you'll go to the gym and you'll have a bad day where you get beat up in sparring, and then you start asking yourself, like, is this really for me? But that's right there what's going to put you apart, where you got to come back the next day and just keep training harder and get better. It's either going to make you or break you, because this boxing shit's not for everybody. I've seen so many kids and fighters that look really good on the mitts, look really good on the bag. You throw them in sparring, and it ain't for them. They don't like getting hit, or sometimes, their morale it gets fucked up, and now they don't want to do it no more, and they can't overcome it. It's really a lot of a mental game. Like I said, you are your own enemy. You will tell yourself, like, hey, is this really for me? And then you got to snap the fuck out of it and be like, absolutely. I just gotta keep training hard. Got to keep training hard. And you know, when I started, I didn't even know what the fuck a jab was. You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
I mean, I've come a long way to where I started boxing in the streets, literally in the ghetto, to going to a boxing gym and learning the real way.
Yeah.
So,
Now you're getting paid to fight instead of doing it for free.
take the fight, absolutely. So it's just
Yeah.
just stay focused and just take it serious, because like I tell the guys, they want to spar and they're fighters, and I tell, all right, hop in there. I ask them, dude, how you been running? Oh yeah, I've been running. They hop in there, they get tired. I said, motherfucker, you ain't running. Stop lying. The ring don't lie. You know what I mean? Stop lying. Oh, you tired in 45 seconds, bro. You just fucking threw like 3 punches. You ain't running for shit. So, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah, man. But it's not an easy sport. It's not an easy job. It's not easy. You got it. It's a lot of it's a lot of mental and physical on your body.
Yep. 100%. And then K-Rod, he says the nickname's actually Red Velvet, aka Red Sniper, number 518 Strong, Clifton Park, New York.
Red Velvet, that's right. Not white. What could be white? My bad, but whatever.
And then he says, I'm a Bulls fan, so I'm always getting bad luck with my team, but hopefully we touch titles again soon. LOL. And he says, even though I'm a New Yorker and I hate the Knicks with passion, except for Brooklyn. LOL. Sweet. All right. And then Gio, the last question we got for you. So it's not really a question. It's more so to open up the floor. What's the message you want to send to your fans and supporters?
Just thank you for sticking with me all these years. I'm training hard on my end so we can get a big fight this year or early next year. And just thank you for sticking with me from day one, and just pull up July 28th, Stockton, California, Civic Center. It's gonna be a movie. I'm gonna go out there and perform.
Absolutely. We're hoping to be there live and catch you live in action.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. No problem, Gio. Thanks for your time, and enjoy the rest of your training day.
Thank you for having me, brother.
All right. Take it easy.